time for the type of energy only Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy. Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. That guy, he's Sean Belesian. He's my friend. What's up, friend?
Boy, we had some great conversations the last 15 minutes. Like we could make a show with the 15 minutes before the show. That would be just have a camera rolling. Some of the dumb shit we get into, it's incredible.
No, it is, and it's a lot of fun. Friday shows are a lot of fun. We have intern Simeon in the sound booth, who will relocate later. Spencer's coming in hot. Intern Simeon, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you? I'm Tyler Holton today.
You are Tyler Holton. You're the opener. Yeah, you and Chase both, because Chase is in the Spencer Raxter role. What's up, Chase?
Hey, how's it going?
How was the?
Yeah.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. How was the Detroit Grand Prix media scene yesterday?
Media scene was pretty cool. I got to interact with a few of the drivers.
Yeah.
They had the Indy 500 winner Alex Palou, three-time champion. It was right there at the entrance. Got to talk to him for a quick second. Also had a short interaction with Joseph Newgarden, who's the previous two-time IndyCar 500 winner, and then multi-time champion Will Power. We're sitting at a table with Jack. I can't pronounce his last name, but he's a part of the AMRC circuit, I believe is what it is, and another driver in the NXT circuit from Indy, who Justin and I believe intern Ryan got to interview and talk a little bit more with yesterday. So
that's pretty dope. The race guys are most akin to the hockey guys, I found.
1,000%.
So that one dude said he played hockey before he got into motorsports. His dad had him in go-karts until he was about 8. He wanted to do hockey for a while, and then after high school, he got back in the car.
Two things when he talks about it, you can hear his erection, which is great. Seriously, I can hear your passion, and that leads to your comparison with the hockey thing, Neil. 1,000. When you have to make an effort to get your information, I'm sorry, you're just in deeper than other people. You just are. You really are. You're at a point in time where, let's be honest, I have to make a concerted effort. You're a football fan. You can get your information anywhere. When I have to make a concerted effort to get the information that I want, you're a little more dug in than other fan bases. So I think that's an apt comparison.
No, absolutely. Jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread, by the way. Get your thoughts out there. Happy Bourbon Friday. Shout out our friends at Varches, just over there, Chicago Road. Their tasting room, excellent. Pull up there and get an old-fashioned. But they're open. You can just, walk in and get drinks, man. It's a pretty cool spot. I was just there a couple weeks ago. John effing Lord, rest in peace, nickel package. Correct. Sean, in a moment of self-awareness yesterday when I was on the treadmill at Planet Fitness, shout out, it kind of popped in my head. We're not getting through everything. That's fair.
It took, Neil, sometimes you just have to acknowledge that. It's become a running bit. How many are we going to get through? We set the over-under. We're handing money out. The house is pissed because we're handing everybody's burying the under.
Between you and I, Sean, in a MLB or NBA fashion, they reached out to me and said, "Hey guys, Caesar's here. Yeah, you got time for a call real quick? We got to do something about this." But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, and Neil, I think it is a very good thing on your part to sit back and be, first of all, self-awareness.
Correct.
We all need some more self-awareness and say, why don't we just do, 4 downs?
4 down Friday.
Let's go.
And here we are, Sean. 4 down
Let's
Friday.
go.
This is how we're doing it from now on. Still cool, I think. We'll see how this goes. So when one door closes, another door opens. So here we are. Close the door on Nickel Package Friday. Open the door on 4 Down Friday. Oh, look at this. New York Nick Lucido, the Grand Prix, sponsored by Chevrolet. Wow, that's weird. Nick Lucido's popping back up all of a sudden. The Knicks win a game, and here he is. He's back.
That's odd.
That is odd. And you know what else was odd about that? Tyrese Halliburton was terrible. I was told they're gonna redo the logo of the NBA, and it was gonna be Tyrese Halliburton.
They're going to win in 6, right?
I don't think so.
No, really?
Sean, you know this. You've been around the block. When I saw yesterday, because we were talking about it on the show, when I saw that the Knicks were plus 180 down 3-1, that tells you all you need to know.
Ooh.
All you need to know.
Boy, let the conspiracy theorists
But
mount
Sean,
up.
Like, people just immediately forget. When you're up 3-1, but the team still got 2 home games, it's far from guaranteed.
Factor. It's a huge factor. Winning 3 in a row is the impetus, though. I mean, even when you have those 2 games at home, winning 3 in a row is the impetus, and that's why it obviously doesn't happen that often. But, I don't know, Neil. I'm a simpleton. Based on what I've seen this series, Indiana's the better team. Now, the better team doesn't always win. Fair statement. We can all agree with that. But I think based on what we've seen this series, can you imagine the Knicks, though? I mean, would this blow apart what a lot of us talked about before the playoffs started? This was a soft team that was waiting to unravel. Well, you come back from a 3-1 hole in the ECF, guess what? We have to put that baby to bed, at least with this group. We do.
No doubt. Also in the Woodward Sports chat thread, if you want to skip the line, go ahead and use the super chat, jump in that way. Doughboy Steve turned the Oilers game on last night, and 10 minutes in, I was like, well, see you later. That's a you mistake, Doughboy Steve, because the Edmonton Oilers are an experience. They can come back from any deficit. They can blow any lead. They can be up 4-1 in the snap of a finger. The whole arena's rocking, and you think, oh, they're going to lose. And then they hold Dallas to like 3 shots in the third period and close down the club. Connor McDavid being Connor McDavid. Sean, I can't wait. And there's been some talk about it in the chat here today. Doughboy Steve also said, I still don't believe that the Oilers are in Florida's league. D-Mac, I think, said it best. I was going to run this by you. The Oilers look calloused now. They look calloused, like it's kind of scarred over.
I think that's fair. If I had to pick, I would pick Florida.
So would I.
But what everybody should be terrified of is Connor McDavid's on a different level right now. I will hear nobody, not one single person, make the case for anybody else in the National Hockey League. And consider the source. I think Nathan MacKinnon is fantastic. I don't think Nathan MacKinnon gets enough love. Connor McDavid is the best player in the league by far. It's not close. Drop the argument. It's really that's where we're at right now. And that son of a gun, Stu Skinner, doing it again. The much maligned Stu Skinner doing it again. Neil, he lost his job a few weeks ago.
Not 2 years ago.
Listen, not playing well like last year is one thing. He lost his job. And for him to go out and do what he did, it's unbelievable. I think this will be a better series than last year. And I know what you're probably saying right now. What are you talking about? It came down to Game 7 last year. That was one of the strangest series ever, if you recall, because it was all Florida, those first 3 games, and then it was all Edmonton. And even Game 7, I thought it was a little bit of an optical illusion. Florida had control in that game. Make no mistake about it. So, yes, in numbers, it went to Game 7, and it went down to the end and all of that stuff. But it was as you just said, it was the Edmonton Oilers experience, okay? For all intents and purposes, they should have laid down and played dead when Florida was up 3-0. And then they decided to go Edmonton and quite frankly, dominate the next 3 games, right? So I hope this is a better series in that regard. But make no mistake about it, the cream usually rises to the top. Those 2 were the best 2 teams.
Mike G, McJesus walks on water like J.J. McCarthy. You know what's funny about that statement? There's a Connor effect for both of them. We'll leave it at that. B go crazy, bro. Hallie catching hate means he's turning into a superstar. All good players have bad games. I knew it. Hey, Simeon, I told you, man. Sean, that's washed from the system. Yesterday doesn't apply. Vibes. Aura. Well, yesterday didn't really happen.
You know what I'm stuck on, so you can keep rolling, but you know what I'm stuck on.
He was awful.
There's a Connor
Connor
effect, and I'm
effect.
stuck on that.
Keep up.
I'm sorry.
Halliburton was awful. He was awful yesterday.
I was in cement.
Is his buddy named Connor? Was he not in the stand? All right. That's enough. That's enough. Neil, come on. You're better than that. No, but for real, though. What? Beagle Crazy, he was awful. Can you imagine? Okay, let's flip this the other way around then. Because somebody else in the chat, where was it? Because it's valid. Somebody else in the chat said if he were the point guard for the Pistons, we would be going crazy that he's not on all these top 5 lists. If Cade Cunningham rolled out and had an 8-point game in the playoffs, where would we be right now in this town? Where would we be right now with Cade? What would this chat thread look like right now? You guys know the answer to that, man. It cuts both ways. He was magnificent before. He sucked last night in a closeout game. Now they'll get another opportunity, but guess what? The pressure cooker turns up just a little bit because you know what's on the other side if they don't win. Now it's the Knicks at home, so you always got a shot. But I'm just keeping it 100 with everybody. You don't get to say he played the perfect game and then just gloss over the fact that he sucked.
So are you rolling with the Knicks from this point on?
Yeah.
You think the Knicks are going to 7?
I would have given out a get right if the price was better.
Fair enough.
I would, but plus 180.
I respect that. Yeah.
But I said it yesterday. I was like, people that think this series over, the Pacers get one crack at this at home.
Oh, you know the conspiracy theorists are going to be going off the hook, dude.
Well, more on that later in the
OKC and Indy. Oh, we can't have that.
You'd find out who won the PG trade with Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, it is, man. Woodward Sports chat thread, salty pork chops. You can't forget the cheating. Mike G, Natty ring still shining, Neil. Oh, yeah.
Can I say this, though, Neil? Like, really and truly, you know as well as I do, and on cue, Spenny's walking in. If I were Michigan fans, I wouldn't apologize for a gosh damn thing.
No.
Nothing. And
I
want Michigan State. I want Michigan State to cheat. I do. I want one time, just so you can take every shot you want. But
they're
I
not
would take
a competent
that.
enough organization to cheat.
I would take that every single day. Acknowledge what happened. We all know what happened, but you have nothing to apologize for. I'm sorry, you don't. John Smith is listening. He can go ahead and cheat. He can. I'm all for it. John, shout out to John. No, really. I mean, you have nothing to apologize for. I'm sorry. But this is where I draw the line. And I think, Neil, as we've gone on, less and less people are doing this. You guys, we know what happened. You know what happened, right? Like, it's okay. I'm not going to say, take it away, you take your loss, or you guys are going to give up wins or anything like that. We know what happened. Let's all move on, and that's okay.
Again, it goes back to a simple statement. Yes. And I led this charge. Remember, I don't know how this got lost in the sauce. I led this charge where I said that forever. I would cheat too. 100% I would cheat. And you got the ring. You did. But you don't get to determine how it's interpreted by other people.
You lost the moral high ground. The moral high ground that Michigan fans, whether they want to admit it or not, is inconsequential. Yeah. The moral high ground that you tried to take, we did it the right way, you lost that right.
Correct.
You've lost that right. It's never coming back.
And I wait. There's been one or two, but largely none, that have said, yeah, we did lose the moral high ground.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Spenny.
Spencer Raxter, everybody.
You all right? Nice to see you, buddy. I'm intrigued. Spenny, what's going on? Oh, you're just grabbing things.
Yeah, he's just doing some office stuff. All right, in the super chat, nobody. Sean, I'm faded, but can you say, I may be faded, but I can still pinch those little Viking cheeks?
I saw reports about how well J.J. McCarthy has been playing in OTAs.
Ironically enough, we'll hear more about that in the 4 Down Friday.
What did you move on? It's insane.
Seriously,
has there been a team in recent memory that has shot up the hate list like the Vikings? I'm not being funny. Like, the Vikings were just kind of always, they were the Vikings.
Yeah.
Like
No, but they still are. That's the problem.
yes, but now their fans, Neil, have made me like. I legitimately don't like the Vikings now. So congratulations. If that was your goal, you did it. I don't like the Vikings now.
Nobody also sent the super chat. Neil, which franchise can stay successful for the next 10 years? The Lions are shaping up that way. They are. However, windows are tight in the NFL, so that's the problem. I think pound for pound, I think Cade will be a Piston for life, and as long as he stays healthy, like you're going to be, at a bare minimum, you'll be this 45 to 50 win team, at a bare minimum. So, I guess it depends on your flavor as far as that goes. All right, you guys ready for the first break? When we come back, 4 Down Friday. Nick Lucido, by the way, was it Halliburton sucked or was it the Knicks defense? Nick Lucido has jumped out of an airplane at Selfridge right now, back into the chat. Down 3-1. Didn't hear from him.
About a couple days.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden, it was always going to be Knicks in 7. That was my favorite line. Spenny, where are we going?
We're going to Les Stanford. Let me tell you about Les Stanford. Les Stanford Chevrolet has deals for everybody. You can get a 2025 Envision Preferred all-wheel drive for $259 per month, or a 2025 Hummer EV SUV for $699 per month. Don't forget about the 2025 Sierra Double Cab Elevation for $169 per month. Check them out at lesstanford.com or visit them at Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC to see their massive inventory. Les Stanford, together, let's ride.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
It's the massage chair house. If you want to upgrade your relaxation, they should be the first call you make. Scan the QR code on the screen to check out their massive inventory. I'm telling you, these things are amazing. Located in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, you can check them out. They got the largest massage chair showroom in Michigan. Scan that QR code to see all of their offerings at Massage Chair House.
All right, we're off and running here on a Friday. 4 Down Friday. Neil Rule, Sean Belesian, Spencer in the fold. We also have Chase. Intern Simeon is here. Back by popular demand, the Intern Simeon 4 Down Friday package. He's got a Pistons free agency one. He's got a college football one. The Mizzou fan will take care of the college football 4 Down Friday. Chris in the chat. And Connor Stallions is not why they won. Sign stealing is not why they won. It happened. But when everyone had the chance to change their signs, they still dominated. Chris, you were a plus 400 underdog in the fourth quarter of that Alabama game with about 8 minutes to go. You didn't, quote, dominate. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Plus 400 underdogs in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes to go did not
Are we having
dominate.
conversations like this? Really?
And, Chris, I would say, sure, like if you want to do that angle, illegally recruiting a quarterback is why you won.
Can we? I always say
A different
this.
offense, by the way, making you a repeat offender.
Please look at Jim Harbaugh's first 6 seasons at Michigan, okay? And the trajectory is very important. It really is. The trajectory is very, very important. And then look at the last 3 seasons. You guys, come on. And oh, by the way, the timeline of events just happens to coincide with the shady stuff happening. Like, it's okay You don't have to apologize for it. Don't deny it. Like, it happened. Like, we all know. Are we really doing this again?
No, we're not, because we're doing the Lions 4 down Friday. Spencer Rax, are you ready to rock? Coming in hot? You ready?
I'm ready to go.
There it is. Let's do it. Let's kick it off. The newest edition, Rest in Peace Nickel Package Friday, our first installment of 4 Down Friday.
All right, the first question of the Lions 4 Down Friday. How boring is Lions content going to be going into camp knowing we know all the starters and there aren't really any roster battles?
Sean, we've prepped for this. We've discussed it. You and I have talked about it. Camp, when you're at this level, when you're knocking on the Super Bowl door, when you're in your Super Bowl window, camp is often boring.
Yeah.
If there is any news, it's never good. And you know what I mean. So this is a great question, Spenny.
Who did that?
Spenny.
Spenny, well done.
That is a
you.
great
It's a good
question. And it is going. And hopefully, Spenny, there is no news.
Yeah.
There is now famously, Sean, I've always said I decline participation in 7-on-7 drills in May. That's where I get off the highway. But we're also going to do it today. What say you, Sean?
Maybe a guy could win a job. I'm just trying to be different. Maybe a guy could win a job. Maybe a guy puts on a show. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Okay, you guys ready? Most of the spots are taken anyway before camp. Don't tell anybody, though.
Oh, Sean, can I do a parlay on that? In the third and final preseason game, all the spots are gone.
Yeah, don't. It's not a dress rehearsal. It isn't. I know as much as you want it to be a dress rehearsal.
But Sean, why am I watching that?
Yeah, it's football. Like
You're addicted.
I'm in all the time. Like I openly listen. Those random games that pop up on the NFL Network, I don't give a shit who it is. It could be the Titans and Jags. Like your
preseason,
your obligatory Thursday night game. I'm in. I'm absolutely in. I'm an addict. I'm an addict. Smack my vein and inject it, bitch. That's where I'm at.
Sean, come on.
You
Speaking of football, by the way, I have, I think, 6 4-pack of tickets to the Panthers game for Saturday. If you guys want them, just send me a DM on Instagram with your email, and I'll send them to you. The first up to 6
Isn't
people.
it like Jake Bates night or something?
Jake Bates bobblehead, first 2,000 fans. So there's that as well. Michigan Panthers betting favorite to win the UFL championship, by the way.
Is it the bobblehead of him like humping the ground or?
No, it's him. It's him.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, it's a regular. It's
Missed
a regular
opportunity.
bobblehead.
You know how they had the
Family
Walden
audience.
gritty? You could have like just having him slowly pumping.
Yeah, but if you got the fam and you're looking for something to do, you want to go to Ford Field, free tickets, man. So just send me a DM on Instagram with your email address, and I'll send them to you. We've given away, I think, 32 tickets already, so people are fired up for it. So you get in Ford Field for free, so make a Saturday of it. Second down.
Second down, second question. Can Gibbs win Offensive Player of the Year?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you think, Sean, as a piggyback to that, do you think that we're going to see an uptick in his usage just based on where he is in his career, his talent, his skill set? I think when they started this with like Gibbs and Montgomery, and this backs up to what Spencer's talked a lot about, and you have talked a lot about, this regime doesn't like rookies. It's not that they don't like them, but you get what I'm driving at.
Old school, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, you gotta show us. You know, they're Rick Ross. Show us. So, with that being said, though, Sean, I don't want to call it a phasing out. I don't want to say he's washed. None of that stuff. I just think that when you have a home run hitter, it's better to get him up to bat as many times as possible.
What hurts everybody is the options, though. It does. It's like we were talking about this a couple weeks ago with JMO, okay? It's great that you have a guy that can change the game in the blink of an eye, but there are so many options. There are so many ways that Daddy can hurt you. You know, I mean, really, which way do you want Daddy to hurt you? We can do this, we can do that, we can go down here, but I think when you touch the ball as much as a guy like that touches the ball, touches are huge. It is. And you know, this is going on the fantasy tip. I always would talk about touches. And it's like J-Mo isn't going to touch the ball as much as Jahmyr Gibbs is, okay? So when you're getting a guy touches, it increases the likelihood that he's going to blow up, that he's going to make that explosive play, that people are going to be talking about him as being otherworldly. And does that potential exist? I think, taking all slappiness aside, absolutely. I don't care who you root for. You have to acknowledge that.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Chuck. I agree they broke the rules, but Neil acts like that violation is the only reason JJ was at Michigan for 3 years. Well, they illegally recruited him. And you are a multiple offender with the Connor Stallion stuff. That's what you are. That's not what I think. It's what you are.
It's true.
It,
Sorry.
I got no other words for you about that. Woodward Sports chat thread. BigCom 51. Neil, here's a prediction for you. I predicted 100 wins for the Tigers, which was aggressive. Morton and Shaw are going to take this offense to the next level. They will be better than last year. That's aggressive, Big Con.
Can I tell you why I don't think he's wrong? And I really do not think he's wrong. I believe that. These guys know what people are being said. They know how he whose name I dare not mention is being held on a pedestal, and so many people are saying, well, Lions are taking a step back. They know better than anybody. So are you kidding me? Every opportunity they get to flex, they're going to flex. So I actually agree with you, dude. I really do.
Where are we at? Third down?
Third down.
Yep.
Third question of the Lions' 4 downs. Who are your starting guards game 1?
Backing up to what we just talked about, the whole rookie thing with the organization. I do believe you think Graham Glasgow is going to be in there. So do I to start. But for the Spencer Raxters of the world and what I want it to be a guy with a mullet. That's what I want. I believe a mullet makes your offensive line 11% better.
Spenny, do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Jack Campbell's rookie year. It built to a crescendo. It did. We saw him more. You saw him start more. This is an old school mindset by this team. I always say that Bill Parcells was the guy. He didn't like rookies. So what is at the beginning of the year and what is at the end of the year, I think are going to be two different things.
Right. And no one in the chat.
Spenny.
Everyone's talking about like Glasgow and Rutledge, but Christian Mahogany's probably going to be one of the starting guards.
I think so too. Mm-hmm. And that's not a bad thing.
6th round pick, Christian Mahogany.
I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
I love it. 4th down.
4th down. Final question of the Detroit Lions. 4 downs. Who needs to take the biggest step on defense?
I'm going in with a different angle than I think what your intent of your question was. Josh Paschal needs to have the biggest year for him because it's a contract year. And you can set your watch to this stuff. And I don't know, I don't know if Paschal has like an over-under sacks, number. He might not. Like it's maybe too far down on the depth chart. But I'd be curious to see what it was. I appreciate it. Josh Paschal, personally.
I'm not going to argue with that. I was just, when you said that, I started to think to myself, okay, try to be different, guy. I won't do that, especially when you're talking contract year, especially when you need to make the statement that you want to be here and you want to be a part of that rotation, and that opportunity exists this year. So, Neil, that's a good choice. I'm not going to differ.
With a silver medal to Levi Onwuzurike, because I think what the Lions did with Levi Onwuzurike is they gave him a taste of the blue magic, right? Like, here's a hit. There's more for you if you like it. And if we like you, there's more for you here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they were like, we feel you, kind of.
Yeah.
We want to feel you more, but that's up to you.
Let's be honest. I think the only correct answer is taking somebody up front, right? Isn't it? That's the only correct. Spenny, who you got?
I think it's Terrion Arnold.
You're going to...
Yeah, I think...
Me and my big mouth and you go in the defensive back.
I think Terrion Arnold needs to take a step forward to being a cornerback 1 on this team this year, and I think he will be by the end of the year.
All right, so let me ask you this. If he's just a CB2, you're cool with that, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he is what he is...
Sean, when we talked about that, and Woodward put a clip out on it, they came after my family about that. What do you mean? If he's a CB2, he's a bust. They came after my family, sent me pictures of my kids at school. All of it, Sean.
Where was Terry and Arnold taking overall? What number was
In
that?
the 20s, 24, 26,
Yeah, okay.
23.
Okay. Sure.
That was 4th down, right?
Yep.
We did it.
We did it, buddy.
On
Josh
time.
Pascal has no props.
No, there's no Josh Pascal prop.
There are no
The
Josh
second they
Pascal
put one up, take the over. Where are we going, Spenny?
Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness. We're live at the Planet Fitness too. It was a good week at Planet Fitness this week. I went deep undercover at Planet Fitness. We got back in the weeds. We got back in the grime. We turned it up a little bit, and it felt good. It feels good now. It didn't feel good at the time, but it feels good now. But Planet Fitness, man, there's over 50 Metro Detroit locations, over 2,600 of them in the world. Tons of cardio equipment, tons of weight equipment, 30-minute circuits, stretch zones. It's literally all there. I've got kind of a new routine I'm doing on Wednesdays. I could do it because all the tools are at Planet Fitness. You can change up on the fly. You can do pretty much whatever you want to at a Planet Fitness. Whatever your workout requirements or regimen desires, you can do it there at Planet Fitness. Still just $24.99 a month or a black card. You got friends with a gym membership? Say you're thinking about getting a gym membership. Text your friends real quick. Ask them how much they're paying. You'll be stunned. Planet Fitness is the move. I've been a member there going on 4 years. I'll never be a member at another gym. PlanetFitness.com or just pull in the parking lot. Planet Fitness. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com. The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone! Boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Don't miss out on expert sports injuries insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join him every Tuesday on Big D Energy and Thursdays on Ermanni and Edwards Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit him at michigansportsandspine.com or give him a call at 248-426-9944.
All right, keeping it pushing here. 4 Down Friday. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean, Chase. We got Spencer Raxter. We got intern Simeon here in the house. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, you want to skip the line, use the super chat. Go crazy in the super chat. Branch 2, he got bad calls at times. That's fair. But, at the same time, I'm happy. I'm happy where Brian Branch is at.
If you run that back, the same season, I'll be ecstatic.
I'll take 9 more of those.
I'll be ecstatic. Thank
9
you.
more of them. Mike G, Dr. Pierce knows bones. He does. Also, Dr. Pierce greater than Dr. Kevorkian. I think that depends on your outcomes, but yes, generally as a rule, your desired outcome, generally as a rule, you are correct. You want to keep it in the football game, Spenny?
Yeah.
Little NFL, 4 down.
Sure.
Let's run it.
All right, first question of the NFL 4 downs is in 7-on-7 drills, McCarthy will drop back with methodically eye the route progressions. He uses these reps to synchronize his footwork with the speed of the route concepts. That was a quote.
These are all quotes. What? These are all quotes from OTAs. His footwork. He is training his footwork to be in sync with the routes being run.
What do you want from me? What do you want
Sean,
from me?
we got 3 more to get through with these.
Sounds good. Okay, yeah, huge. Rookie quarterbacks usually do very, very well in the National
He's
Football
not a
League.
rookie.
I know there are exceptions. Shut up. I know. More often than not, yeah, I don't like my chances.
You're
with
going to see
rookies.
that year 2 leap in him, Sean.
Yeah, he's year 2. That's right. My apologies.
You don't know.
Year 2 leap?
Yeah, he's going to make that year 2 leap.
Real cream of wheat. JJ doesn't need anyone else on the field. Sean, can you talk about JJ McCarthy's footwork, please? Give the people
It's elite.
give the people some nuanced takes.
He's breaking OTA records as we speak, okay? And I didn't make those records. You know what's funny? The whole Neil, I don't know if I've ever gotten your take on JJ McCarthy's going to be fine. I really believe that. No, I'm serious. I really believe that. Is there anything that would make anybody believe that he's going to be elite, though? I'm not being funny, okay? He was fantastic at Michigan, but would you use the word elite?
Here's the deal. And I know that we laughed last year about their quarterback situation, right? Because in the end, the truth was told. Mm-hmm. I would ask you this. Right here, right now, today, is J.J. McCarthy better than the guy he replaced? Right now, today.
No.
Hater.
No. How could anybody
Sparty
say
hater.
that at this point in time? I'm not being fun. Well, then again, yeah, you're right. How could anybody say that? I forgot. How foolish of me. I've told you this going back to last year when you were having the war with the Viking fans and those fucking Viking fans dragged me in.
That was some of my best work I've ever done in my career.
It really was because you dragged me in. And now I probably dislike them more than you do. That's the reality of it.
It was, you know what it reminded me of? When I worked with Drew Sharp, rest in peace. I could say whatever I wanted, and they blamed Drew. And I was with the Vikings fans last year. All of a sudden,
They all on me.
Publicly, my favorite thing ever in the history of this business was when you go, Vikings fans, you don't have a problem with me. You have a problem with Neil. And they didn't care.
No, meant nothing.
Sorry,
I like your coach. I like KOC, okay? I do. I like KOC. I think he's a damn good coach. I said all year long, I think you're a playoff team. But in terms of, going all the way in the NFC, that's where the F word comes in play. And they got mad at me. But with that being said, Neil, yes, that's a step back. A guy in his first year, I'm sorry, it's a step back. I don't know how many. No, let's play the game. By the end of the year, it'll probably be different. Probably being the key and operative word. But for all intents and purposes, this is a dude in his first year. So
it's just
pump the brakes a little bit.
It's just wild to me. Like, he's got to be. But see, it's different though. He doesn't get that runway. Because now we're talking about a year of Justin Jefferson, like a year of his career. Year.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I totally get it.
The stakes are elevated, man. There isn't time for this rookie stuff figured out by week 4. There isn't time for that. Tell Justin Jefferson, and I joke and I kid about Justin Jefferson, right? I do. He's a very good player. Unless there's something on the line. Then all of a sudden
There it is. I'm not going to argue with you, okay? Stop.
Okay.
Neil, so let me say this, though. I'm having really weird deja vu right now talking to some of those maniacs out there that were talking up Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears last year. And it's like, you guys, this is a first-time starter. There is a learning curve. There are going to be ups. There are going to be downs. He's going to see things that he's never seen before in his life. That's the National Football League. So pump the brakes a little bit. I'm not sitting here saying the Vikings are going to fall off a cliff. I'm not. I really don't believe that. But let's define fall off the cliff. Could they take 3 or 4 wins off their win total from last year?
I think that's the expectation.
Absolutely.
I think that's common sense.
Yes, absolutely they could. So are they a playoff team? Probably.
Probably, maybe.
7 seed? Something like that? Sure. Yeah, we're going to cram ourselves in at 10-7.
Dexter James. McCarthy's being gifted Justin Jefferson, a B-plus defense, a good coaching staff. He can't ask for much more. And Dexter, thank you for that, because I don't want to hear that shit this
right.
year.
You're absolutely right.
And this just goes back to it. Everybody understand the score, what he's walking into.
Yep.
A year of Justin Jefferson, like a year of his career, right? A very, very good defense and a good coaching. I don't want to hear it, man. You don't get runway. That's the nature of this beast. This machine will chew you up and spit you out if you don't deliver. It just will. Spenny, let's do this. We're gonna miss we're gonna miss the time.
Yep.
All right. But I built that in. We have a break buffer.
It's fair.
So let's take the break now. And then we'll come back. We'll wrap up the NFL. 4 down. Sean, Sean, no, it's working. Okay? Trust me. It's working. Where are we going?
I'll tell you about Jars. Jars can give you top shelf quality, unmatched variety, and priced for the people at shopjars.com or at jars_life on all social medias. They got a great selection for you to choose from. If you want the best experience in cannabis, make sure you go to Jars.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone! Boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports. Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Neil Rule here for Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. You can still use a promo code Woodward1000 when you make your first deposit using that code. If you make your first bet and your first bet loses all the way up to $1,000, you'll get it all back as a free bonus bet. That's what I'm saying, guys. And it's Caesars, by the way. One of the OGs of the sports betting game. The lines are good. All the markets are available. All of it is out there for you to take. And again, it's Caesars, everybody. So Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use a promo code Woodward1000, and you can jump on in and get in on the action. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, we're back at it, everybody. Big D Energy on a 4-down Friday. Rest in peace, nickel package. But it seems to be your review so far on 4-down Friday.
Yeah, it
Feels more clean, doesn't it?
Sure.
Spenny, what do you think?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, dynamite drop-in, Spenny. That broadcast school is really paying off. Broadcaster 6, everybody. He's absolutely in here. Let's continue. The NFL 4-down Friday. Second down.
So, next down of the NFL 4 downs. This is, again, a quote from OTAs.
Yep.
He could elect to give Sanders starters reps on Wednesday when the media will again be there watching. But on the one day this week the media can't watch, not giving Sanders a single rep with the starters during 11-on-11 drills was certainly noticeable.
You know what I like about this one? And by the way, the Sanders stuff, guys, just this morning, okay, not even like when I pulled that clip, just this morning at the treadmill or on the treadmill at Planet Fitness, the 4-letter networks and the big networks, prepare yourself mentally, physically, emotionally. The Shedeur Sanders stuff is going to wear you out. This will be, you got to be on some David Goggins type shit to survive this Shedeur Sanders.
Who's going to carry the boats?
Yeah.
Who's going to look at the QB depth chart?
Who's going to carry the logs?
I am. But no, guys, just be aware it's going to wear you out. The reason I pulled that clip, Sean, is because you could interpret that any way you want. Here's the deal. Here's my reaction to it. They don't even know.
No,
they don't know who the quarterback's going to be.
Yes, and Neil, I will say the solace that we can take this summer is the fact that the Tigers are the Tigers right now. Because you know as well as I do, there's a big difference when the Tigers are languishing and when they aren't languishing. And what I do is I take that deep dive into the football shit. In any show that's on, whether it be the NFL show, whether it be the NFL network, whether it be the 4-letter network proper, Neil, I would be ground to the nub by the first week of August. The first week of August.
And that's just Shedeur and Bear stuff
right.
alone.
We're not even
That doesn't
getting,
talk to Cowboys.
We're not getting
JJ.
we're not getting to the exhibition season yet. Like we aren't even, we've had the Hall of Fame game, but we haven't had like the week 1 of the official season yet. I would be ground to the nub. Now with the Tigers, I can go get a brief respite. I really can, because I couldn't agree more. You just prepare yourself.
You can't keep this pace up, can we? This
No
is
way.
We're running a marathon and just ran a 5-minute mile to start.
way.
Like, there's no way.
No way.
There's absolutely
not.
no way,
Can't
man.
do it, but it is going to be hot and heavy, and it's going to be unrelenting.
Fair. Spenny, are you prepared for it?
Prepared for the Shedeur circus? Yeah. No. It's going to be, they're going to make Cleveland the new Dallas for
100%.
Sports Center and everything.
I still say the Giants room is more intriguing. That's just one, and only because America's
because of the
quarterback-
characters.
Yeah, only America's quarterback is in that room. But yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this, Neil, no doubt.
Well, more on them later.
All right, I like hearing that.
All right, here we go. Second down, the third down.
Third down, third question of the NFL 4 downs. There's adversity that's going to hit every team, Johnson said. This is Ben Johnson, of course. You don't know when it's going to happen. We might lose a few games. We might have some turnovers. Williams had 2 Wednesday. Linebacker Tremaine Edmonds picked him off in team drills, and safety Jaquan Brisker had an interception in 7-on-7. Trouble in paradise already?
All right, can I be? At least I'm going to be consistent, okay? If I'm
No, Sean, no, please
I'm sorry,
don't.
I
Don't.
I hate being fair. I fucking hate it. If I'm not going to drop my pants at J.J. McCarthy breaking records in the OTA, I'm not going to lose my mind at a quarterback or a team struggling during OTA. I can't do that, Neil. I'm sorry, my conscience won't allow that. But let me state for the record, the Bears are going to be mid at best. They're going to be mid at best. You're 6 wins, 7 wins. They're going to be a cute little threat, but the Lions are going to go 2-0 against the Bears. How's that? Is that okay?
You know what you did right there, Sean?
Was rational?
I casted the line.
Yeah.
And the action was slow. For the
wanted
first 15 minutes we were there. The action was slow.
I wanted it.
I got a hit. I felt the hit. But then it went dead again, and then I reeled it in, and I found my worm was gone. So I tried. I tried my best. I
It was
think
a
it's
good
time to
effort.
go home.
It
now.
was a good. Neil, again, I have the
gotta
audacity
pull up,
to
Neil.
try
I
to be
gotta
rational.
I gotta set it next time.
No, listen. A year ago at this time, I was saying the Bears sucked, and they did suck. I don't think they suck this year. I don't. But I don't know. Are you gonna jerk off over 6-11?
No,
Are you gonna jerk off
no,
over
because
7
it's
and 10?
going to be assembled in the same fashion. Like the whole Caleb thing was, and I texted you guys all the time. Remember, halftime, it always looked the same.
It was a fun.
9 for 14 for 68 yards. Every single first
The
half.
211 text was awesome from Neil. It really was. I mean, it really was. It was the 211 text. Neil had to let us know what we all watched. We actually did watch, and he put it in a text to show it. So that was a good bit.
I don't see how that's going to change much.
No.
I don't like this, the Bears running game stuff. I don't see it. Do you see it?
No. They're going to be better because, like, a guy
They have a better coach.
a guy that I knew way back in the day on Gary Pinkel's staff, I might add.
The Mizzou juice
was
thick
in
here.
way over his head. There's no other way to say it. He was in way over his head.
That's fair. At ETN, the Browns preseason is going to be wild. Mike G, Shador is a winning QB1. Real cream of wheat. Shador season, baby. See? You guys have an appetite for it. But I'm telling you, you're going to be full by the end of June. I'm telling you guys, you are. 6-11 seems to be getting some run, though, for your take on the Bears. Third down, right?
Third down, third question. Well, third quote from. You put 5 of them in here?
No, the 4 and 5 are combined in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's fourth and fifth down.
Right.
We have a detailed plan of how we're going to handle the quarterbacks, Dabo said on Wednesday. Wilson emerged as an early starting favorite in Wednesday's first look, earning the most first-team reps. No surprise, Dabo said, as much earlier this spring.
Oh, boy.
Russ is back.
Rush danger.
Dangerous.
Sean, it never ceases to amaze me in sports. Why do we fight what's already known?
I don't know.
Why? In much the same ilk of recycled head coach. The Giants are the victim this time. They're going to do this.
Trends happen for a reason, dude. I have no idea. A few years ago, I don't think Russ got the love that he deserved. And now, quite frankly, he doesn't get the shit that he deserves at this point in time.
Why?
I don't know.
It's an overcorrection.
I don't know.
He's the Javi of quarterbacks.
Oh, boy. You said the J word.
I have a quota I have to meet per our sponsorship
That's
agreement,
okay.
so
No,
I had
I
to do
respect that. I don't, for the life of me, I don't get that. I don't. What have you watched? I'm not being funny. What on earth have you watched the last few years that would make you think that?
Sean, look at this. This chat is exploding right now. Alan W. Neil, no joke. I saw a Giants beat reporter tweak out that Jameis's first throw in 7-on-7 this year was a pick. Alan, it could not be anything else.
No.
It's the experience. Can you do me a favor? DM that reporter, whoever it was, on social media and say, this is the Jameis Winston experience.
He's just spin on the roulette wheel.
Yeah, Hunter, every throw, every minute.
Who was that poster?
Alan W.
Alan W. Are you familiar with America?
Highs and lows.
Are you? Highs and lows, baby. You know what? More often than not, we started in the mud, but at the end of the day, we're going to be America. And I can hear Freebird playing in the back of my head right now because that's what J-Mo's going to do. America's quarterback is going to do America's quarterback things.
Yeah. I don't get it, and I'll never get it.
No.
I'll never get it. So what, DNC ENT, did anyone think it was not going to be Russ? Well, it's going to be Russ.
Oh, no doubt.
Until it's not. We will be in weak single digits when it's not Russ anymore. What other data do you have to go on?
Don't tease me like that.
Sean, it's going to happen.
Will it be Jameis?
Yes.
You are coming over to my house and we're watching the game pantless.
100%.
We are so... Spenny, you're invited too, but pants are not optional. You have to take them off.
If we get a Jameis Winston start,
oh my gosh.
I will be at your house.
He's still my house.
Or
Please.
we could go to we could go to the district and tailgate for no reason.
Let's go. I'll grab the
stream
lawn
it?
chairs. Seriously, I'll smoke a bunch of meat. We'll grab some of our favorite drinks, and we will matriculate our way down there.
For no reason? On
No
a non-game
reason.
day?
I will get Tallers. Let's go.
Lions host the Giants week 12. You're getting it's going to be Jameis. It's
Oh
gotta
my
be, right?
gosh.
There you go. There's your day.
I'm calling a drive.
What date is that?
Week 12.
November 23rd.
Oh my
Week
gosh.
before
Right
Thanksgiving.
before Thanksgiving, I will be obliterated. I'm going to get so drunk that day.
Look,
Jameis doing Jameis things against the Lions? You can't make a better scenario.
football gods,
Please.
can you please?
I don't ask for much.
No, because we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch. We don't ask questions. We show up. We're asked to show up. We show up every single time. We're gonna ask for one thing. Can you please, Sean? Can we go to that game?
I want the. Oh, yes.
Can we go to that game?
Yes.
If Jameis is starting, we're
How
going.
about we could go to the district? I would sit in the district and watch that game.
Yes.
We could get all bundled up because November 23rd is a little chilly.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
It's a
no
little
doubt.
chilly. But sit in the district and watch that game? Oh, my gosh.
Stream it on an iPad.
Greatest day ever.
Dante 151 in the super chats. Anyone who bet the Lions Chargers, call the hotline. By the way, Lions favor -1.5 plus 100. Also, thank you Tigers for winning a 2-leg parlay for me on Wednesday. Good for you,
That a
Dante.
boy. That a
Get
boy,
it in,
Dante.
everybody. Get
That
it
a
in.
boy.
Cody Ingle, Winston watch party. Yes.
So in.
But anyway, though, getting back to it, no DNC ENT. DNC ENT. Jameis hasn't had a weapon like Neighbor since Mike Evans. He'll close his eyes and throw it up.
Just heave it. Just heave it.
Okay. We'll take the break. Where are we going, Spenny?
Socials. Make sure that you follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms, whether it be Instagram, X, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, or YouTube. At Woodward Sports is pumping out the best content for you. So drop a follow on all social media platforms.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The boys of summer are here, and Woodward Sports is all over the Motor City with the White Claw Tigers Tour. Come party with Woodward Sports, watch the Tigers, and sip on some White Claw all summer long. The best bars, big giveaways, live events, and a party that only Woodward Sports can throw. Ain't no party like a Woodward Sports party. Join us Friday, June 13th from 5 to 7 with the heavyweights at Nemo's in Corktown for the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw and Ven Johnson.
Neil Rule here for Woodward Merch. Go to shop.woodwardsports.com. Get the very best in Detroit sports wearables. Get your Tigers set up. You're going to be going to the ballpark a lot this year. And oh, by the way, the Lions play the Rams, so get the Boo Them Kids shirt as well. Shop.woodwardsports.com. All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean. We have Chase in the sound booth by way of the TD chair. We have intern Simeon was in the sound booth, now in the Maz chair. And, of course, Spencer Raxter coming in hot today. Happy to have Spenny in here. Happy to have all of you as well. Drop a chat message here in the Woodward Sports YouTube stream. IT Hips. Dart will start before Winston. You shut your whore mouth.
Don't you say that. Don't you say that.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Yeah. Don't you put that evil on me.
I think DNC ENT pretty much has the arc. You can squabble about a week or two. Russ will start weeks 1 through 6. Jameis will get 7, 8, 9. Dart takes it from there. 100% DNC ENT, because in week 7, Jameis will go for 480 and 4. Probably on a national TV game. He will. Remember they had that national
That's
TV
the
game
greatest
against the
game
Broncos?
ever.
He threw for 5 bills?
Listen, the dude needed one more pass to top 500 and immediately threw an interception.
Yes.
He's my favorite quarterback ever.
All right. If Kirby doesn't get at least 4 interceptions against Jameis, Oh, man. But yeah. Where y'all want to go next? Want us to keep the football vibe? Should we have our intern Simeon jump in with the college one, Spenny?
Yeah.
You want to do that? You ready to roll, intern Simeon?
What do you got, Simeon?
Ready?
All right. Let's go. The college football 4-down Friday.
All right, let's start with Michigan. How will they handle the road schedule? They go to Oklahoma, to Nebraska, to USC, and to Michigan State to open their road season. They started 0-3 on the road last year, didn't leave Ann Arbor till October. So it's kind of one of those, how are they going to – they go to Oklahoma week 2.
Yeah, it's just
Is that a concern?
No, it's not, Sean. I mean, well, all right. Yes, it is, and no, it's not. Why?
Go on. I'm waiting.
Okay, Oklahoma is the SEC Michigan State.
Thank you.
It's over. It's over. Like, it's over. Sorry, Sean.
It's okay.
You start hiring Dabo's assistants, this is what happens to you. It's just what happens to you, okay? That's number one. But number two, here's where I push back at the same time. Michigan has a freshman quarterback.
You got it. Who's
They-
your starting quarterback was my question.
They have a freshman quarterback. So for like the Michigan crowd that's going to get all lathered up and the 11-1 Express, maybe if it's bad 10-2, it'll be a fight. It'll be a fight to get to 9 wins. It will, especially when you go on the road. And I'm not saying they won't win at Oklahoma because Oklahoma is less than and it's over and it's apparent that it's over. It ain't going to be easy either. That's just where it is.
It is, and I think this is we have to try to find some middle ground because Neil, I'm with you. I don't think Michigan is going to be as less than as last year, and you guys are going to have to trust me.
Oh, when they were 7-5?
Yeah, you guys are going to have to trust me.
When they were Auburn?
I saw your quarterback more than all of you did. I really, truly did. I was fortunate enough to do a few of his games, and I think the kid is going to be good, but he's going to struggle like true freshmen.
Give me
do.
the how.
His ability to make plays while he's running, I think, is especially suited for the college game. Some of the things that he does, I think, will work very, very well in the college game. And maybe at this point in time, and again, I can only talk about him as a true freshman, I'm not sure will translate to the NFL right now. There's going to have to be some development. But what this guy can do, the combination of his legs and his arms and the effortless throws, I'm a believer, Neil. I am. I'm a believer in this guy. But I'm also a believer in freshmen do freshman dumb things. I think that's, like, undeniable. So give him time. Give him patience. I think he's eventually going to be good. All the hype around this guy is well-deserved. He's a true freshman. Like, knock it off. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't.
Danny G, he reads defenses well, especially for a freshman. How do we know that?
I don't know if he reads defense as well as much as he's able to keep things alive. I don't know. I don't know the answer. All I can do is, Danny, to your point, is tell you the proof is in the pudding. When this guy is pressured, he finds a way to make plays.
There you go. Second down.
Second down. My bad, I lost it for a minute.
No, intern Simeon. You
How
got off to
far-
such a good start last Friday.
I know. How far do you expect Aiden Childs to take Michigan State? Likely will be the reason they win 2 to 3 games like we talked about last year. But can he avoid being the reason they lose another 2 to 3 this year?
Can I hear Spenny's take on this one? Because, Spenny, you are the
This was for
go-to on
him.
this. You're the most honest Aiden Childs person.
I think I was first on that list last year, if I may so say. That was it. There was a lot of disconcerting things early about him. Period.
Right.
There really were.
Where you at with it, Spenny?
Yeah, I mean, he's got to make better decisions. He's got the talent there. You see the talent there with his ability to run and throw the ball, but he made the dumbest decisions last year to where instead of tucking the ball and getting 3 yards on 2nd and 7, he would look for the big play, waiting for the big play, and then get sacked. And instead of 3rd and 4, it'd be 3rd and 14. So he needs to avoid doing that and keep staying in front of the sticks and take the little pieces while you can. If your first or second option isn't there, tuck it and run and get as many yards as you can. You're a great athlete. So we'll see. He's going to get better. He's a young player. He was 19 last year. So Yeah, I expect him to get better. How far is he going to take Michigan State? Hopefully to a fucking bowl game. I mean, you got to at
That's
least
a
go to a bowl game.
non-negotiable. Like, I'm hijacking the conversation, Sean, and I know that you wanted to give your piece on Aiden Childs. Sean, if they don't make it to a bowl game, you have to. Dare I say you got to move on?
Yes.
We are legitimately at that point again, and I can't believe I'm saying it. We're legitimately at that point again, where early D'Antonio, where you're just going, please go 6-6 or 7-5, and I hate it. I hate it. I legitimately thought, shame on me that those days were over. I really, truly thought those days were over, and we're right back at that day. And I would go a step further here and not even make this about Aiden Childs and say, look at their schedule and find 6 wins. That's what I would tell you.
The win total is 5.5.
I don't know if they're there, and I hate saying it.
You know what the biggest game on their
there.
schedule is? That Boston College game.
Yeah.
It's the biggest game. It's the biggest game they'll play this
Just
year.
like last year. I fucking should have won that game at Chestnut Hill. That one pissed me off.
Well, that
and
was
set
the one,
tempo.
like, I locked in, right? Like, I got home from work early. I put the TV out on the deck, threw some logs on the fire. I said, I'm posting up.
It was one of those nights, too. It really was.
It really was.
It really was one of those nights.
I posted up and said, all right, I'm going to lock in here. And I just walked away going, this, like, it was very reminiscent of the Anthony Richard, the greatest game ever played in college football.
Of all time.
Yeah, it was the greatest game ever played. The Anthony Richardson, Florida-Kentucky game. I walked away going, did I pass out? Like,
How
during
did that
game?
happen? Yeah.
Like, I don't see it. But there I was, man. There I was. So I
still don't understand. Michigan State fans have gotten really, really touchy about people taking shots at Childs, and I'm sorry, the game has changed. When you're paid $800,000,
you're pushing $1 million.
I'm sorry,
you're not a kid anymore.
The game has changed, man. This isn't fresh faced, pinch a little cheek Neil Rule running out of high school and going to Michigan State. This is different. This is a man who is being paid adult money. All bets are off.
So
I don't
you're
know
an
what
adult.
to tell you.
100%. And you know what? For the Aiden Childs and those kind of people out there, you don't get the shelter that all these athletic directors seem to get for some reason. I don't know. And look, I don't know why they do either. Like, all the ADs that hire all these shitty coaches, for some reason, they just continue on with their jobs and continue in the cycle. There's no accountability for them. But hey, I don't make it that way.
I don't.
That's just the way that it is.
I don't get it. I really, truly don't.
I don't either, man. So, like, again, I'm saying it, man. Spenny, right here, right now. No bowl, move on.
Yes. You can't go 3 seasons in a row without a bowl game.
Nope. Because either you can't get the funds or you can't do the recruiting in terms of the portal. Either way, you can't be here anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I didn't make it this way. You guys made it this way. More on that later. Next down.
Is this finally the year for Penn State and Texas to win a conference title?
Stop
and
it!
a Natty?
Stop it!
I'll give intern Simeon this. He slid right into the easy button stuff right there. And you didn't steal the worm this time, Sean.
He got me.
He hooked you.
He did. Texas, yes. Penn State, I don't know how one living, breathing organism could
Dante
think that
151.
way.
No.
Yeah, I don't know how one living, breathing organism. The Franklin is a thing for a reason. It just is. The Franklin is a thing. And I'm going to say this again, okay? And I took a lot of shit for this last year. James Franklin is a good coach. Look at his numbers. He's a good coach.
One of the best.
You are not going to win championships with James Franklin. I'm sorry.
Because he's not a good enough in-game guy.
How many times, Spenny, you know this, how many times did Mark D'Antonio make him look foolish late in games? It was beautiful. It was beautiful. If that game was tight late, it was like I could turn off the TV and my boy would go, Dad, why'd you turn off the TV? And I'd go, Jack, you're going to have to trust me here. I know how this one's going to end. No. Texas, yes. Penn State, no. So your entire question is no.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Chris, MSU beating Michigan at home is more important than making a bowl game. That's how they recruit on the rivalry. Bowl games don't matter. No, Chris.
Stop.
Chris, no.
I hate that shit.
Not here, man.
I'm
not
sorry.
here, not this year. Every single situation is in a vacuum. And for Michigan right now, the goal isn't even, for Michigan State right now, the goal isn't beat Michigan. The goal is be a sliver of relevant. That's the goal.
Do you know what the greatest thing is, Spenny? And it's only 10 years ago now. Michigan, for me, was just another win on the schedule. I mean that. And Michigan fans got so mad when I said that. And I was like, you guys know when I'm trying to troll you? Now, you know what? Bigger fish to fry. Beating a struggling program, even if they're your rival, is not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But it was about going and getting that ring. It was about going and getting the big-time title and seeing what you could do getting into the playoff and everything. And we're back. Like I said, Neil, we're back to the future. We really are. All of a sudden you're talking about, well, golly gee, can we go 7-5? And you have people saying, you don't understand the rivalry. You're not really a Spartan unless you put Michigan above anything. No, it doesn't work that way. I'm sorry.
Fourth down.
This fell right in my lap yesterday. Coach Drinkwitz had a quote: Big Ten college football playoff success bothers us in the SEC. Does the Big Ten win a third straight natty?
John?
No.
So then the SEC wins.
Yes.
More on that in the sports business nickel package.
Can I add this? And this is what goes back to all the people that want to put the cart in front of the horse because of what happened the last couple of years. Right now, it's an exception to the rule. You win 3 in a row, I think the conversation changes. I really
would
do,
agree
Neil.
with that.
I think you find a way. Pick somebody. Let Ohio State again. Ohio State goes back to back. Okay. We have to have a different conversation at that point in time about SEC dominance.
No, that's fair. No,
the
100%
SEC
fair.
is still the best conference. I'm sorry. It just is. This year we could have serious conversations about if you're 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then you could play the living in the past game.
Yeah,
you
Drink
could go,
said
oh,
that
what?
same thing. He said
Wasn't
2
that cute
years
when
is,
Gary Pinkel was at Missouri?
Yeah.
All that shit.
Yeah.
And remember the Urban Meyers at Florida year and all that stuff. But
They've still won 13 of the last 18.
right, but
That did happen.
But I think 3 in a row is different. I do.
Yes.
I think 3 in a row is different. Just one man's opinion.
No, that's fair. 100%. That's fair. All right, where are we going, Spenny?
Mark White. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, Mark White should be your first choice. You can save up to $5,000 in your closing costs. Just visit him at markwhitesells.com or give him a call at 248-290-8242. Mark White is looking to get you into your dream home today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an amazing haircut. You can get a hot leather neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment, all that good stuff. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
All right, keeping it pushing. 4 Down Friday.
it.
We're doing well.
Look at it.
Not as well as if we had a couple of those Buddy's pizzas right
Gosh,
there.
damn, is that
But we would be doing well. We are doing well.
Pete, man.
4 Down Friday. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean, Chase. We have intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter in the building. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Click the like button if you have the YouTube page open, which a lot of you do. All right. Mike Reed, F the SEC. All right, well, more on that. I was talking about it. Let's do the sports business 4 Down Friday. Let's do it right now because I think it's relevant based on the conversation we were just having about college football.
All right, first question of the sports business 4 downs. For a new college football playoff, the SEC and Big Ten are going to demand 4 spots each. The ACC and Big 12 will each get 2. That'll leave 4 spots for the rest of college football. Are the SEC and the Big Ten ruining college football?
You know what? For all the SEC people, you are handcuffed. The Big Ten and the SEC are handcuffed together. They are. And here's where it's going to get murky for all the Big Ten people. There are going to be years, maybe next year, where Illinois, Iowa determines a playoff team.
Sorry, guys. It's the way it is.
This is going to be the other side of it
got
now.
it. You
And
got
we
it.
saw it with Indiana last year. They had no business being on that field. None.
You are going to have a cute little Golden Gopher season, and everybody's going to talk about rowing the boat. You're going to have a Bielema season. You're going to come up with scenarios like that, and you have to try to justify that. Good luck. Sorry. Can I answer? Is it ruining college football? No. But the college football world, as we know it, even in the last 10 years, has become a less than place. And it pains
It doesn't
me.
ruin it, but it hurts it.
It pains me more to say that than you could shake a stick at. I absolutely love college football. I'm one of those guys. I don't hide it. I think college football. I'll take college football over the NFL. Yes, college football is a less than place today.
And it's because of
hurts.
this. Like, for you to go into a season with a predetermined number
It's a
of
fucking
participants in the playoffs,
It's a
I'm
joke.
sorry. I don't vibe with that, man.
That's why I've always said, Neil, and I got shit on for this more times than you could shake a stick at. I don't think that the conference champion should get automatic bids, especially in the day and age of the
unbalanced schedule.
unbalanced schedule, and when we had the conference championships. Every now and again, you have a less than that pulls an upset in a Big 12 championship. We saw it in the Big Ten. Do you remember the one year Nebraska was a machine? And oh my gosh, wow, it finally happened for Nebraska. And 7-5 Wisconsin put a 70 spot on them. There's your Big Ten champion at 7-5 Wisconsin. Right. I'm going to give them an automatic bid? Fuck that. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way.
Unless it fits your narrative.
Of course.
Then it does.
You have to account that occasionally, not always, occasionally the exception's going to happen. You're going to have a completely illegitimate champion. So why not reward the completely illegitimate champion?
Woodward Sports
Doesn't make sense.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Matt N. It's nice to see the SEC squirm a little bit. For so long they were ruining college football. Now there is someone else at that party. No, but Matt N., the Big Ten is equivalent to them now. They are equivalent to
all
them.
the
They
things
are the
you
same.
all the things you complained about for years to people like me that talked about SEC dominance. Guess what? Look in the mirror. That's what you are.
That's the moral of my story,
Sorry.
man. Woodward Sports chat thread. Sua says college basketball way better than college football. Let's go to down number 2.
Down number 2, second down. There's a good chance next year's NCAA tournament will expand to 72 or 76 teams. The SEC got 14 in last year and made a record 70 million in units last year. Is March Madness being ruined?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
less than.
No, this is ruining. To me, this is Sean. This
I'm
is.
not going to
ruining.
argue with you.
Because guys, like, look, Spenny just said it. 14 SEC teams got in last
joke.
year. 14.
Do you know what happens though, Neil? We say that on May 30th, But you know that Thursday and Friday, the first 2 days of the tournament, your pants are off. I don't care where you
Right.
are. You might be at the arena. Let's hope OU gets in. All right? But your pants are off, right? I don't think anybody thinks about that when the tourney's going on. So that's why I'm going to defer to less than. How's that?
No, it's fair, and I get where you're going with that, but this is the line right here. And you guys know how this is going to work. They're not expanding it. What makes the tournament? For real.
Well,
What?
everybody and their brother.
Upsets.
You know the Cinderella shit. Everybody, that's the way it is.
That's what makes it.
Yeah.
And the whole reason for this is to drive that away. And they did it, and they did it slowly to everybody, where the 16 seeds have to play their way in. If you play on a Tuesday night at Dayton, you were never in the tournament. Although by the rule, you're supposed to be in the tournament, right?
In the tournament.
In the
yeah.
tournament.
Yeah.
And it happened a couple years ago. Big Bad Virginia lost to a 16 seed. Like, it happens. In today's day and age of college athletics, man, it can happen. Literally anyone can beat anybody in college sports. So with that being said, Sean, it's just, it all comes back to do we have to squeeze every quarter out of every dollar, out of every financial? Do we have to? Yeah. Yes, we do. And you know the why.
Mm-hmm.
You know the why. At its heart, here's where it is. And it's not so players can get name, image, and likeness. It's not even that coaches can get maximum amount of money. It's not that. Because coaches is a market-driven thing. The highest bidder will always get the best coaches. For me, it's for the administrators and the athletic directors and the athletic departments, for them to get their little piece of it too. The people that have the least to do with it.
Yep.
But yet have the most control. And I work in college sports, guys, and maybe I could get in trouble saying it or whatever, but let's cut the shit. That's what it's for. That's what drives me crazy about it, Sean. You wanna fly in the, how are you gonna make a 76 team bracket to distribute around your office?
It's real. I mean, but I mean, this has been going on. Neil, I remember the people pulling out their violins 10 years ago, listening to this kid from UConn or this kid from Mizzou or this kid from Boise. I can't even get a meal. What am I? It's such a farce. You've been around it. I've been around it in both football and basketball. To say that these kids aren't fed, it was the biggest load of shit in the history of man. It really was. This has been a big business longer than any of you want to admit. I'm sorry. Pull the curtain away and welcome to the real world. This is the way it's been for a long, long time.
Sound kayak. Maybe even Oakland will make it. And when we do, we'll probably beat an SEC team like we did before in Kentucky. You know, maybe. Maybe. I mean, it just happened. So, you know. Phoenix Sunbait, Detroit Mercy will end up making it. Phoenix, they don't do it for that. They do it so 14 SEC teams can get in because they know that you'll watch.
It's not increasing your chances. I'm sorry.
No, it's hurting you.
You have to go out and do it the old-fashioned way, whereas Missouri can go 16-12, and you can have Ken Palm jerk off over a 16-12, and they'll find their way in.
That's where it is, man. Chuck Brewer, Neil, is it true that making the tournament really affects applications for the college? 5.8%. Every team that makes a tournament, 5.8% is the average increase in applications. It's a license to print money. It just did. Our website at Oakland, our website crashed when we beat Kentucky. We sold 10,000-ish. I can't remember if it was like 9,800 or 12,000. I don't remember. 10,000-ish dollars worth of Oakland merchandise to Louisville zip codes. Yes.
That's real.
That's real.
That's real.
Verifiable, everybody.
Yeah, that's
verifiable. What else we got, Spenny?
Caitlin Clark is injured and will miss 2 weeks. The Indiana Fever upcoming road games were moved to bigger arenas, and now the ticket prices have fallen about 50%. Tough break, huh?
Wow, that's crazy. Who would have thought that?
Well, here's the thing, Sean, and I heard this on a sports business podcast I listened to. Last year in the WNBA, And I'm not here to talk about like the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing. If you want to talk about that, I know what your narrative is behind that. And I'll just leave it at that. I'm talking about the money side of it. Caitlin Clark's WNBA games last year had better attendance than 5 NBA teams. All of her games, like home, road, all of it. If Caitlin Clark played in the NBA, the attendance for her games would be better than 5 teams, 5 NBA teams' attendance. It's real. You can say you hate it. You can say you don't watch it. You can say you don't like it. Somebody does. And that's all that matters in this scenario, Sean. It's all that matters.
This is read the tea leaves. There's a reason why this stuff is all over the place. Somebody is... I think for years, Neil, do you know what the problem with the WNBA is? And I don't care what... People tried to cram it down your throat with a spoon. And there was nothing there. Nobody was at those games. The ratings sucked. Well, now, legitimately, you have a reason to watch. And there's a star power. And yes, the soap opera for sports fans angle as well. I don't think that you can't just completely take that out of the equation. Now the buzz is real, Neil. I think, I mean, seriously, think about it. For how many years? 25 years they tried to cram what was a less than product down everybody's throat. And we weren't allowed to say that. If we said that, we're sexist, we hate women, why don't we want women? The ratings sucked. There wasn't a lot of reason to watch. And now, you know what? Now you are those things. If you can't acknowledge the reality of the situation, now you are those things. So I think that's kind of the, Neil, that's the issue at hand. It was a bad product. As much as people wanted to tell us how great the NBA was, it was a bad product and nobody was watching. It's not that anymore.
Cody Engel, if the Clark fans really wanted to support the sport, they'd still be attending. Cody, they're not WNBA fans. They're Caitlin Clark fans.
You got it. That's exactly it.
And but hey, here's where I get off the highway, though, Cody, is that's the case in all levels of sport, everywhere. Soccer, baseball, football, basketball, hockey. Your favorite league, as a matter of fact. There are people that are just fans of players, and that's it. I akin it to this. I bought MLB Extra Innings package from 2000 to 2008, 9, whatever it was, strictly because of Barry Bonds. Strictly. Like, I was always going to watch the Tigers games, but Barry Bonds, my favorite player, my favorite non-Tiger player ever. I only watch Barry Bonds play. I would, watch some other stuff or whatever because I had access to it. But I had the access to it because of Barry Bonds, period. So, like, the people that are like, haha, gotcha, all that stuff. Brenna says, superstars fill seats, they have one. That's it, my friend. You cracked the code. That's it. Everyone here is like, they want to act like we got you. Michael DeVries, a feminist coming out of the work. No, she has fans. Lots of them.
It's real.
To the tune of more than 5 NBA teams.
This is what I would repeat what I said. For 20 plus years, you were right. They tried to tell us the WNBA is something that it isn't. Nothing supported what they said. Their television ratings, their attendance ratings, nothing supported it. And to your point, the feminists out there said that we were sexist and we hated women and all that stuff. And I would always say, gosh damn it, I got to stop speaking in fact. I have to stop dropping factual numbers. Well, you know when I stop dropping factual numbers is when you see some of those attendance numbers and you see the buzz and the ratings of some of these games. That's when you have to shut your mouth.
Real quick, Woodward Sports chat thread, Alan W. There's an entire country that only cares about MLB because of Ohtani. Boom. There you go. The Ohtani Caitlin Clark thing is the exact same. It's literally the exact same. It just is. Because you like baseball or don't like women's basketball, that's immaterial. The facts are the facts. Next one.
Final question. Game 1 of Knicks Pacers drew 6.7 million viewers, making it the most watched Eastern Conference Finals opener in 7 years. The Western Conference Finals had the lowest rating since 2021, which is odd because the Western Conference Finals was viewed as the better matchup. Is the big market thing real, isn't it?
Yes.
We fight it.
I don't know how anybody could deny
Sean,
it.
we fight it all the time. We don't like these teams.
I always say, Neil, as a sports fan, I think it would be awesome to see OKC in Indiana. I would. I think it would be awesome, okay? The reality is the big market thing is real. Don't kid yourself. It's absolutely positively real.
Sound Kayak, how about those Tigers? Well, Tigers 4 down. Coming up next. Where are we going, Spenny?
Mad Packs. Let me tell you about Mad Packs because you can get them now. They're dropping today in a ton of different dispensaries. Go to getmadpacks.com to check out all the different places that you can get your bag, whether it be the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas, the high-low infused pre-rolls, the THCA Moon Rocks, or just the regular weed. Make sure you go check it out at all different dispensaries. Go to getmadpacks.com to find out where you can get yours today.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The boys of summer are here, and Woodward Sports is all over the Motor City with the White Claw Tigers Tour. Come party with Woodward Sports, watch the Tigers, and sip on some White Claw all summer long. The best bars, big giveaways, live events, and a party that only Woodward Sports can throw. Ain't no party like a Woodward Sports party. Join us Friday, June 13th from 5 to 7 with the heavyweights at Nemo's in Corktown for the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw and Ven Johnson. Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Calling all Tiger fans, we got a 4-down package coming up. Oh, yeah, and also, too, the White Claws Tiger Tour. That's right, Woodward Sports hitting 4 of the top bars in Detroit to watch a Tiger game live right here on Woodward Sports. Spencer and Easy on Friday, June 13th. We'll have the second stop. They'll be at Nemo's.
Yeah.
Spenny, you ever hang out at Nemo's?
I don't think so.
Oh, the burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spenny, that is one of the iconic Detroit bars.
Spenny,
I'm glad
make
you're
sure
going to be
they
there.
set aside a burger for you.
Hell yeah.
Because they only prepare like X amount a day, so they might be out. So call somebody you know and get yourself a burger ahead of time.
I've got a giant Babe Ruth mask from when they do like their Babe Bash from Nemo's in my backpack right now. Like, send me.
I'm glad you're going, Spenny. You belong. You have to go there at least once. Man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It is iconic. They'll be there June 13th. For the stop, be a part of the fun. See the reactions live on Woodward Sports Network to one of the best teams in baseball. By record, the best. It's the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw and Ven Johnson Law. All right, it is time. Tigers, 4 downs. Let's get into it, Spenny.
All right. Here, let me find it real quick. It's in our text thread. All right, first question of the Tigers, 4 downs, 3 with Kansas City, 4 with the Chicago White Sox. And do you got a 5-2 week loading for the Detroit Tigers?
The floor.
Yes, the floor.
I expect 6-1, and I'll be disappointed with the 1.
If you go 5-2, I'm not going to cry at it. But I think the schedule looking forward a little bit. I mean, then the Cubs come in after the Sox, and that's a little dangerous. But no, absolutely, you got to make your hay right now. Make your hay. Beat the shit out of inferior teams. Like just pound them, right? Take 3 or 4, and then you know what? Against the Sox, how about sweep the Sox? Forget that. Forget 3 or 4. Take 2 or 3 from Kansas City and sweep the Sox. They're awful.
Steve O'Baby in the chat. Neil, Sean, can you believe these people are saying the NBA is weak? I'm sorry. Did they care when the Pistons made the playoffs? The NBA. I know that I care about it. Steve O'Baby, you don't. Hey, here's a pro tip. You don't have to worry about their takes. Just look at their TV contracts and look at the ratings, and then turn around and turn the game on. Like, that's the way that it works. Second down.
So, this Jackson Jobe stuff.
I'm going to do something that I know is not popular. Evan was doing his job. I'm sorry.
Yes.
He was anybody that shit on him, and I saw a lot of it on social media. He is doing his job, and the Detroit Tigers were not doing their job. And I saw this same thing with the Red Wings, and I love Scotty Bowman. I love Scotty Bowman as much as anybody out there. But if you're doing something that goes against the rules and regulations of how things should be covered, a media member has every right in the world to say something. So that's my soapbox moment. I'm going to get off. Neil, I am a little concerned about Jackson Jobe. If there isn't an issue, then why did we hide it? I don't know what the issue is, but if there wasn't an issue, why did we hide it?
Correct. Was he ever actually put on the DL yet?
Nope.
Not yet?
It's
Okay.
the IL
Isn't it
deal.
weird?
Don't be-
Okay, to
don't
that
be-
point, Spenny, we're 48 hours later and
Nobody
nothing.
said anything.
Crickets.
Yeah.
That's a little weird to me. Sorry.
They did bring, who'd they bring up? Dylan Smith, right?
Yep.
They brought up a pitcher.
Right-hander.
So, I mean, all signs point to that, right? I mean, they do. So, we'll see.
I hope not.
But, see, and this is when we talk with Dr. Pierce, Sean, the back stuff from before. It won't necessarily be the back again, but especially pitching is an intricate machine.
Sure. Right.
Yeah, and it could be like the Casey Mize thing where they just gave him 2 weeks and then just put him back
Sure.
out there. And I just think
I hope.
sending him to Toledo would be the stupidest fucking thing ever. Because if you're worried about resting him, why would you waste his arm in Toledo?
I just worry about the secrecy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nothing. I'm sorry. That sends flags up all over the place. It really does.
Spenny, what's your concern? The every moment that goes by where nobody says anything, does the concern meter go up?
No.
Really?
Yeah. We're in May.
Okay.
I'm terrified.
I am too. 100%.
About what?
That
That it's a serious
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
Yes.
season-ending injury?
Yes.
Something.
I'm not.
Especially the drop in velocity, all of it. That nothing, not a comment. That worries me.
Worried. That's it. Mm-hmm. All right. Second up.
The average OPS in the American League right now is 701. The Tigers have 8 full-time guys over 719.
Just like we all predicted.
Well, more on that in a second. I just pulled the Neil. More on that we're calling us out.
Yeah.
And if KG was here as well, this
Rest
is
in
included
peace.
with
He's
KG.
not actually dead.
Yeah.
Rip.
But yes, just like we predicted, Neil. Just like we predicted.
We all knew. We tried to tell you guys, but you didn't want to listen. All we can do is tell you. If you want to listen, that's on you. Or if you don't want to listen, that's on you. Because here we sit right now. Sean, we did our
knew.
job.
We knew. More on that in a second.
Sua says that's a crazy stat. It is no, for real. That is a crazy stat. And I keep thinking like, and I'm talking out both sides of my mouth because I gave in a couple weeks ago, Sean. They're going to go 6-1 on this trip. 100% they are. How? I don't know. They just are.
Dude,
They're down 4-0. I don't care. They'll win.
Back in April, I told you guys I'm not picking this team anymore. And what I mean by picking is I mean peeking at them should be. I'm not doing it anymore. They find a way. So now the onus is, why shouldn't I believe in this team? They've given me no reason not to believe in them. I'm serious. They've given me no reason that we could pick at this, we could pick at that. Why? This is a team that when opportunity presents itself, guys step up constantly. JHM comes up the other day and steps up in the big moment. It's insanity right now. Just accept it that it is.
And this is going to be a spin-off that's going to get us way off course. Is AJ Hinch just that much better than everybody else managing? For real. No, all bullshit aside, for real.
Yes.
Spenny, is he?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, is he like...
He's the best manager in baseball.
Yeah.
And it's really not close.
Thank you. Like, that's... I don't have a lot of words for you, man, because that's what it has to be. It has to be that.
He's not afraid to buck the trend. He's not afraid. Baseball, as you know, Neil, there have been time-honored things for it. I told you, as a non-baseball fan, one of the craziest things to me is taking a 3-0 pitch. That makes no sense to me.
I hated it as a kid when I was in the box.
I don't like, and I used to ask baseball people, die-hard baseball elite people, okay, that is the one pitch in the entire sequence I know what you're doing. The one pitch in the entire sequence I know beyond a shadow. Well, why wouldn't you swing? It never made sense to me. And so a lot of the time-honored things that have been, so honed and put on pedestals by baseball people, AJ Hinch's gone, nah, we're gonna go with pitching chaos. What? How could you do that? It's insane. Dude just has an amazing feel for the game and isn't afraid to do things.
Next down.
Final question of the Tigers, 4 for 4. Calling us out. Remember when we were all worried about where the homers would come from? 6th in the American League, 9th in the MLB.
Well, you guys can call yourselves out. I knew. I sat here on this microphone and tried to tell you guys. There's power loading in this lineup. There absolutely is. I tried to tell you guys this, and all you did was make fun of me, mock me, scorn me in public.
Neil's running the biggest I told you so lap about Javi Baez in your life.
I knew that this was going to happen.
He knew better than anybody. He's been a hobby guy since day one. He
but Sean,
jumped off.
For real, all jokes aside, the home run thing is the most unbelievable part of all this to me.
I got nothing. I remember vividly talking about it that day. That was probably back in March. And, of course you had people in the chat that were, oh, you don't need the home run, small ball. No, those days are over, you guys. That is not Major League Baseball today, okay? Chicks dig the long ball. And the long ball is of utmost importance. For the Tigers to be as high as they are, again, it's a testament to that which we just spoke of. I'm not going to doubt this team anymore. I'm just, what else do you need to see? Sorry, I'll doubt them when I have to doubt them, because right now, I don't have a reason to doubt them. Sorry.
That's where I'm with it too, man. I'm in, man. I don't fear anybody in this American League either, and that's part of it.
That's your game.
That's part of it to me.
You were right.
That's part of it to me, Sean. There isn't this boogeyman on the schedule anywhere like that, including the Yankees, because they've already been taken care of by the Tigers.
Yep.
So I don't know what else you want from
the Dodgers. The Dodgers are just next level.
See you in the World Series.
Yeah, I take that. Okay, cool. But I look at the American League, and you're right, Neil. Even 3 weeks ago, I had a nervous breakdown with you saying, why not the Tigers? Let's go to the World Series. I'm on board. Why not the Tigers?
And oh, by the way, even the Dodgers, you know what? Your guy that started Game 1 of the World Series last year, we have him. We have him.
And 5. Isn't that funny? The first game and the eventual clincher, right?
Right.
It's
he's on our team now.
Yeah.
We took him from you, big bad Dodgers. So there you go. Next one.
That's it.
Oh, all right, perfect.
It's only 4. See, I followed along.
Where are we going with this break?
I think we're way ahead, unless I skipped a break, but I don't think I did. Tell us about Buddy's.
Buddy's Pizza, everybody.
Put the picture up.
Put the picture. Sean,
look at it!
Sean, okay, Sean, level. I'm gonna level with you. You can do it for dinner tonight. 10 meal.
Oh yeah.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
Buddy'sPizza.com. 10 meal.
Yeah. You know what? This is one of those nights. It's just the wife and I, and
yeah.
I'm gonna be. I've been doing so much grilling and smoking lately.
Yeah. How many of those pieces you gonna eat of that?
If you give me
3/4?
the 8, if you give me the 8, I'll go 6. Yeah, 6 and 2. That's a good number.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough for the missus. It's good for you.
She gets 2. I'm full, and I'll eat 6, and we're good.
I'll get you 10% off.
All right.
10 meal. Buddy'sPizza.com. There, dinner's solved for Sean Belizean. It can be solved for you too. The original Detroit-style pizza. By the way, too, if you're going to a game or a concert or something downtown, Buddy's Pizza on Broadway is right there across the street from everything. So you guys can make that a part of your pregame routine. There's over 20 buddies in and around the Metro Detroit area. They are Detroit. More than that, they are Detroit-style pizza. The original Detroit-style pizza since 1946. It's Buddies.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well. Oh.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
The boys of summer are here, and Woodward Sports is all over the Motor City with the White Claw Tigers Tour. Come party with Woodward Sports, watch the Tigers, and sip on some White Claw all summer long. The best bars, big giveaways, live events, and a party that only Woodward Sports can throw. Ain't no party like a Woodward Sports party. Join us Friday, June 13th from 5 to 7 with the heavyweights at Nemo's in Corktown for the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw and Ven Johnson.
Loom Cannabis, make sure you check them out. They got a great selection of product. You can use promo code WSN30 for 30% off your entire order. Get one of those buzzing drinks, man. They're delicious. 7.5 milligrams of THC in those things. Sean likes them. I like them. Everybody likes them. You can only get them at Loom Cannabis Company, so make sure you go check them out at loom.com to find a store near you. Again, 30% off with WSN30.
All right, back at it. Big D Energy.
Can I jump in real quickly?
Yes, you can.
Do you know what the best thing about the 7.5 is, too? Like, I had my annual card game last week, right?
Oh, yes. I do tell.
Listen, I was stoned, but I wasn't obliterated. There's a right.
You were in the slot.
Yes, there was. I could still play cards because you know if you go any higher than 7.5, Neil's raising and I'm going, and I'm just throwing my money in too, right? And then I'm throwing money away. I'm not even looking at my cards. But at 7.5, Spenny, I still can use my mental powers and win hands. So that was my sweet spot, so to speak. You go any higher than that, and I'm obliterated.
So the boys had a good time then, I take it.
A little bit.
I like it.
Little
I
bit.
like it. That's awesome. We got one left, right?
Yep.
Intern Justin.
Wait, now hold on.
Intern Simeon.
Intern
Did we
Simeon.
really blow through all of them?
We did.
Neil, I'm proud of you. I doubted you. I bet against you. Then get it up. Get it up, Larry. Get it up. You did it. I'm proud of you.
Who's playing for second today?
We all are. The whole room.
I did it, buddy. I did it.
You're like a little kid right
I am 100%.
Daddy,
yeah,
I
yeah.
did it.
I did it. Someone said you were like my father earlier when I said, Dad, can we go to the game?
We are so going. That is, listen to me, you guys. That's not a joke.
No.
We are going to the plaza one day with like lawn chairs and a cooler. Okay?
Yes.
And I'm not leaving until security comes out.
No, we're doing a Sunday game.
Oh, no
A
doubt
Sunday
in my
Tigers
mind.
game,
Yes.
and that's where we're tailgating.
Yes.
You said it has to be a Sunday night game, right? That was the. Or you guys opening it up?
If it's a Sunday night game, that's an emergency meeting, and you have what? You have to, Sean.
That's so good.
If they have a Sunday night game, I stop what I'm doing. I go to Sunday night games. When
No.
the Tigers have Sunday night games, I go because the crowd's always less than because it's a Sunday night game.
It's great.
I love it.
I'm with you. But no, we
Sean, can I have that? Can I have that commitment from you? Right?
Yes,
If there is if a Sunday night game
Yes.
drops,
You, as soon as we find out, you have to give me a heads up, though, if you know what I'm saying. Because I know a guy.
100%.
All right? I know a guy, and we might be able to get some pretty good seats.
Okay, we're in.
As it looks on the calendar right now, there's no scheduled.
No, yeah, they kind of they're like a floating thing. They're
Yeah.
like flexed.
So
So that's it. All right, intern Simeon. You ready to rock here? All right, here we go.
Pistons time.
He has cooked up a Pistons free agent. 4 downs. Here we go.
All right, first one, we're going to re-sign Malik Beasley. And the only thing I said is duh. It just feels... That's got to be...
Yeah, like if you asked me for a lean, I would lean towards duh.
Yeah.
Because you know, right? Like, it's the known. And
I 100. You just stole my
Feels
thunder. I'm sorry. I'll take knowns over unknowns every day. I'm sorry. I just will.
What's the breaking point? Like, but Malik has come out and said he's like, this is where I want to be. Like, I have no reason to think that he's going to stonewall you for $2 million.
Then make it happen.
Yeah.
That's why I will say, you know, and I know everybody likes to bring up John Smoltz, Doyle Alexander. I go to the Dave Dombrowski school of taking a known over an unknown. I'll take my chances and I'll win eventually.
Yeah.
I might get 1 wrong. I might get 2 wrong.
But you're going to get
but
7 out of
7
10
or 8
right.
I'm going to get.
Dante 151 in the super chat. Question: why haven't Alex Lane been DFA'd yet? He's on a minor league deal, right? So what does it what does it matter? It doesn't do. You may as well just let him sit there and marinate. I mean, for real.
See if you can figure it out.
Working under the premise of you expect nothing from him.
Right. That's exactly it.
And that's it. So, Dante, I mean, that's the best answer I have for you. It costs you nothing to keep him. So, why not? All right, second down.
Number 2, Nickeil Alexander-Walker from Minnesota. He was good in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only
one
Timberwolf that looked like he wanted to be there, like at least in some capacity. I think he'd be a good compliment. Play some good D, can make the 3. Maybe a better version of Beasley on the defensive end, and we could use that off the bench to shut some guys down.
Well, it shows this, Sean. And I've talked about this a lot. We are in the era of if you show me a team that is good, I'll probably show you a quote unquote 3-and-D guy. Mm-hmm. It's a necessary component. It seems like the Denver Nuggets were good. Obviously, they're good because of Jokic, and when you have good Jamal Murray. But Bruce Brown was that. KCP was that. Again, go through the lineage. There's always a guy like that. And he's a younger dude. Does he kind of fly under the radar a little bit? I guess that's kind of the question. So, you know, I like it. I like where your head's at there.
You can't have enough of those guys, I feel. Like,
100%.
Load the roster with them.
100%.
And it
like
works for Cade, too.
For your 9, 10, 11 dudes, get that profile.
I'm impressed with Simeon. Every
Yeah,
time, look,
that's a
seriously,
good one.
every time Simeon, tip of the cap. The college football one, and
Thank you.
you followed up last week very solidly so far. So don't fuck up these next 2,
We'll see.
okay?
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's 3rd down. Don't fuck this up.
Phil says louder and more energy, Simeon.
My bad. I'm sorry.
So there you go. You got to. I'm not saying you got to be fake.
You know what?
but-
Let me
Say
say
it with
this
your
though.
chest.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in content first. Content first. You'll get your personality. You should hear this SOB during breaks. He's doing this to everybody. Dude is nuts. So that'll come. I like content first. We can build on the personality. Well done.
New York Nick Lucido. Let me get a massage chair. Nick, pull up to the studio. You can sit in the massage chair, especially after the Knicks lose. Nick, come on in here. You can sit in the massage chair on a bourbon Friday, 4 down Friday, and we can take care of it for you.
3rd down.
3rd down.
I cheated a little bit. They jumped off sides. I got a free play. I said Bobby Portis or Naz Reid because they both have player options, so I didn't want to. It's a little bit.
No, I get what you're saying. It's just
Either one of them. I prefer Bobby Portis. If he opts in, then I'll take Naz Reid.
I'll take Alexander Walker.
Yeah, right.
Like,
yeah,
I'd rather have him. For real. Like the Bobby
That's
Portis thing is going to be the
was
sexy
2,
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be the sexy thing because people know the name.
Yeah.
I'll take Alexander Walker. I'm just
Yes.
saying.
Go on, kid.
I
I'm
agree.
waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Yeah. Bobby Portis might cost more than he should in this class, too, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of... I'm good with Alexander Walker, like you said. There's a reason he was up there.
No, it is. Paper Chungus. Beasley only gets 1 year at $13 million. If they're getting him for all right, Paper Chungus, I'll live in your world for a second. At $13 million, you can't sign him long enough.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like if he's $13 million, I say,
Yes.
well, Malik, I'll give you 3 years.
If he's
4 was the
13,
one that jumped to my mind.
4,
Okay,
yeah,
here you
4
go.
year. I'll give you 4 years.
you go.
I would take that, Paper Chungus. I would take that in a second. Next down.
last one's re-signing Dennis Schroeder. It's kind of boring. It sounds boring,
No.
but I think that's the most productive thing you could do for Cade and Ivy. We didn't even get to see him with Ivy, and it helps both of them, I feel like.
Can I back up, Sean, and say if I was going to overpay one, Beasley or Schroeder? I'm overpaying Beasley.
I would too.
I agree.
Yep. You
Like-
agree too?
Yeah, Beasley's for yes.
Yeah.
Beasley is top priority.
Schroeder's going to get a ton of runway because he made the biggest shot in a decade.
Yes.
Right? That's fair?
That's fair.
He made the biggest shot in a decade for this franchise. So, and I understand that Schroeder's going to get a lot of love and all that. But if I'm going to overpay one, like it's up to me, if you're talking about having that discussion, it's up to Schroeder. This is like when Comcast raises my internet. Okay? You know how that contract runs out or whatever?
It's amazing.
And you get that bill and it's 30% higher, and then you immediately call Comcast or Xfinity, whatever they are now. And here's how the conversation goes for me. Xfinity/Comcast, whatever you are now. This relationship is not up to me. It's up to you. Here's what I'm desirous of. If your answer is yes, we're done here. I'll sign up and away we go. If your answer is no, then I have to look at other options. So again, you know where I am.
You got the
It's
call.
not up to me. It's up to you. That's my Schroeder thing. He's basically Xfinity Comcast.
I wish there was a deal like that sports bundle for $5 deal. That's one of the greatest deals ever.
Yes.
For as much shit as they get, my gosh, that sports bundle for $5 is a fantastic deal. I love every second of it. But yes, that's where I'm at.
In the super chat, Dumbo Jumbo, shout out Dylan Smith for being promoted to AAA Toledo, who is now going to the majors.
Yep.
Just so happened it's also my federal name. Friend saying federal name, I like that. Friend saying they don't know I'm a black guy that throws heaters. I'm white. So all right, that's fair. That's a good laugh there, Dumbo Jumbo. Nicholas Duncan, you're not serious if you're not calling for Giannis. Nicholas Duncan, if what's true, if what's being talked about is true, I am not interested
Here it comes.
whatsoever.
What are you
I'm not
prepared-
interested.
It's like Red Wing trade deadline again. What are you prepared to do? Here are the numbers. You are going to have to go way over the top. That's just the way it is. How much do you want to give?
If it's and look, we've heard these discussions. Benny, I'm sure you're in on this as well. Like the Jalen Duren, Jaden Ivey, 5 first-round picks, somebody else with and or like. I'm sorry, Sean. I am not interested in him whatsoever.
I'm with you. Under those circumstances, not that. Picks, I don't give two shits about.
I don't either.
Now, I'll give you 6 picks, and we'll figure something out, but no way, no how. No thank you.
Sorry, guys. Like, you guys will be stunned. And look, I know I read it. I saw what you guys saw about the Zion thing that broke during the show today. I get it. I do. Nick Lucido signed Jack Golke. Neil knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, he'd be a friend of the network, no doubt. Look, the Zion stuff, the accusations. If you haven't seen it yet, jump on X or wherever and take a look at that. I understand all that. Pre-today, I was very much in the Zion-esque camp. A distressed asset, below market value. The worst thing that happens is you don't pay them. That's where I was
Change your
with it.
scenario, bet low, potential high reward type of scenario.
Bingo, that's it. We did it, everybody.
Good call.
We did it.
Good call.
We did
Never
it.
thought it was going to happen.
Early returns on the 4-down Friday, Benny. Where you at? Where you at with it, Benny?
I mocked Neil last night. I
You did.
I said in our text group, I literally knocked Neil. And Neil, I want to publicly apologize to you.
Thank you.
For something I said in private. You did it.
I accept your apology,
Thank
Sean.
you. I appreciate that.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend, by the way. If you haven't, someone asked in the chat, at Neil Rule, Neil_Rule on Instagram. Send me a DM with your email address. I'll get you tickets to the Panthers game. 4 of them. Take the kids out, man. If you haven't been to Ford Field yet.
Oh, and, by the way, Dan Campbell said he expects a huge year out of Jameson Williams.
I feel good about my little $10 bet I made with young Justin. I feel pretty good about that. What was it at 7 million to 1 or whatever the hell it was?
Spenny,
It was a lot to 1.
get this man the pill.
Good things
Over
happen.
and over.
They're gonna get him the ball 10 times minimum a game, aren't
Listen,
they?
he's getting more yards than anybody. I bet on that last week. It's just, again, when you're catching 65 yarders against 13 yarders, 14 yarders, he's gonna have a good year. He's gonna have a good year.
Spenny, if all this comes to fruition, and I don't have like concrete numbers for you, but you know it when you see it. You locking them up?
I gave my prediction today. Woodward post. Oh yeah, you lock them up. Absolutely.
35.
I said yeah. I said 85 receptions, 1,312 yards, and 9 touchdowns.
Okay.
How many rushing touchdowns?
2.
Going to be 2, right?
Probably 2, yeah.
2.
So probably like 1,500 all-purpose, 1,600 all-purpose yards.
Okay. I like my $10 investment too.
$35 million a year.
That's what he's going to be
5
worth.
years.
If he does that, that's what he's going to be worth.
I want the record to reflect Spenny said those numbers, not me. For Sean Belizean, for Chase, for intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter, I'm Neil Roll. Thanks for tapping in. Hey, heavyweights tonight, 5 to 7. Tap in, everybody. Big D Energy. Well, see you later.